And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Redskins 14, Packers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry by Jones. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Wooten. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Throwing is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
On second down, it's Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Sims. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down, Redskins.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch the ship.
Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And that's complete. It's Sims. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down.
Redskin first down.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bang, 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 bang. Pick the edge. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Come. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Check it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Twist. He's checked.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go. 6 yards. Man, left. We got 4. We got 4.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a... First down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Carter. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you go to the offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You got 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Inside.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
56. Mike, 56 right there. Right? Hey, black.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st down, it's Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down. Letting one go. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
You got tight right there. Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go. Show it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd and 12, Jackson slings this deep from McLaurin. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
Watch the eye.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw, Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now in desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there. This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.